So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the signs that shows that your partner could be abusive. The domestic violence story is getting rampant. And I realize that a lot of women and a lot of men are ignorant about the meaning of abuse. Some people don't even know when they're abused. Some people actually think abuse is when a man slaps you, when a man beats you, People think that abuse is when you see blood or when somebody cries. People forget about the mental abuse, what goes on in your head. It is what goes on in your head a lot of times that make you depressed and make you want to commit suicide. It is what goes on in your head that make you take those crazy actions that you take. But many of you tend to overlook what goes on in people's head because we cannot see it. It's very, very disappointing that people think that you only feel pain when you cry and when you bleed. So today I'm going to give you a very powerful eye-opener that would teach you that this person has the tendency of being violent so that you can run for your dear life before you get involved in the relationship or the marriage. I want you to pay attention. So number one sign to know that somebody have that trace and tendency of being violent is that a violent person does not pay attention. They are quick to reply you. They want to talk. They don't want to listen to you. Now, many times what causes that violence is because they are not paying attention. So they are misunderstanding you. That misunderstanding gives birth to arguments, disagreement, and pass. A violent person does not want you to speak your mind. They just want you to take everything. They're opinionated, right? If I'm correct with that statement. They always want to be heard, like it's them. Whatever they say, it must go. They are like soldiers. They're like military people. Yes, when we have the military regime, they just want that if I say yes, let it be yes. Don't impose me. Number one trace to know that that person is going to be violent, because the day you disagree, there will be boost. Pay attention. Number two, they turn every conversation into an argument and into a fight. Even from when a man is watching football, you know that he can be violent. Some people can take things personal. Things that you're supposed to just communicate about, they take it personal. Stop saying that. It could be from their background. Sometimes you could be saying something and somebody's talking from an experience or from a background. They're like, no, they're trying to prove their point. The next thing, from argument, they want to get fired because they want by fire, by force. So when you see people who has every slightest opportunity want to turn the conversation into an argument, know that they are violent. Yes, there are some men you're married to, there are some women you're married to that each time you tell them, baby, let us talk, they say, they are always ready for a fight. And if just let us talk, they are ready for a fight. Now, because they already have that mindset, they're not listening to what you're saying. They're just waiting for you to just say one thing. They say, did you say I'm mad? Maybe you could say, baby, I don't like what you did the other time. It's actually insane. It's insane. You say I'm mad? No, baby, I didn't say you're mad. I said what you just call me mad? Because they already have something in their head. So they are waiting for you to just say something that connects. They blow you. Pay attention. They are very short-tempered. Number three, they are very, very short-tempered. Any small thing gets them angry. Any small thing, they're agitated. Any small thing, they are vibrating. So when you see people who easily get angry at every slight opportunity, they have the tendency of being violent. Trust me, all they need is time to be able for you to bring out that madness in them. So everybody who has a short temper, who is quick to react at every slight thing, especially when you're seeing all these men in hold up, you will know a lot of violent men when you live in Lagos. When you see them, you hold up. Stop! No, it's them. They are always short-tempered. They are very, very good in raising their voice at any slight provocation. Stop! What is not supposed to cause fight? You will not be wondering, should it's talk that we are talking. Oga, why are you shouting? Very, very short-tempered. So you need to be able to pay attention of these things before you decide to go and marry them. Another one, they have insecurity issues. Hey! The number one organ of violence for men is insecurity. The same thing for women, for everybody. When you see someone that have insecurity issues, run. The person has the tendency of being violent because they are insecure. Their mind is always telling them that they are cheating them. Their mind is always telling them they are doing something wrong. Their mind is always telling them that you are outsmarting them. Their mind is always negative, telling them something. Yes, so they will always be agitated, they will always be angry. And you know, an insecure person is somebody that already believes what they feel they know. They already believe their imagination, they already believe their assumption. So an insecure person, no matter what you tell the person already feels you are lying, because they believe what is in their head, their assumption. So at that point, any explanation you want to give, they'll say you are lying. If you're trying to explain yourself, they say you are raising your voice. You are trying to keep quiet, they say you are ignoring them. Anything you do at that point, they are angry. You keep quiet, they say, oh, are you eyeing me? You sit down, so you just side. What do you want me to do? You're about to leave the house. They say, oh, you are just walking out, you want to walk out on me. They draw you, they slap you, they blow you. An insecure person is the number one person to run away from. Once you see that a man or a woman is insecure, run for your dear life, because this violent thing is not just for men, it's both for women. An insecure man and an insecure woman have the tendency of being violent, because in their mind they feel cheated, in their mind they feel used, in their mind they feel everything. So they believe their assumptions and imaginations without clarification. It is when you're trying to clarify it, they'll be angry and say, oh, you want to lie, boss. You see the woman holding the man on the shirt. Who did you cheat with? The man slapping the woman. Who did you fuck? And all those stuff. So you need to avoid people who are insecure. Once you see that people do not trust you in a relationship, don't even marry them. I don't know how you marry people that don't trust you. The person does not trust you in a relationship. Don't marry them. They have the tendency of hitting you. Not just hitting you, bullying you, verbal abuse, those blowing your eyes and your nose. You'll be bleeding with blood and tears with catarrh in your eyes. Avoid them, including saliva pouring from your mouth. Avoid the insecure people. Every man has what is called ego, but there are some men that have excess ego. Yes, never you date or marry a man that has excess ego. Ego is natural for a man. It is ego that makes a man. That thing that makes him a man, that thing that makes him above a woman. That's how God created them. But there are some that have excess ego, either with culture or with religion. Yes, those that have excess ego are the people who want to turn you into a slave. Yes, those that have excess ego are the people that feel like kings. Or God that is supposed to sit down and you'll be serving them tea. Those that have excess ego do not see you as partner. They do not see you as wives. They see you as objects. They see you as slaves that came to serve them. So they will use you. That's the reason why sometimes you'll be working hard. Your husband cannot even come and help you. That's the reason why you'll be doing a lot of things. Your husband can't even come and say, oh, baby, because he does not see you as a helper. He sees himself like a king that is not supposed to come down and you're a slave to him. Because when somebody said you are one, he won't see you, he won't watch you suffer. You won't be cooking, washing plates, sweeping house, taking care of the kids. No, he will say, oh baby, let me give you a helping hand. Let me stay with the kids. Let me help you do the dishes while you rest. That's what a real husband should be. But when you marry a man who have excess ego, he can't even bring himself down to wash plates. To him, he's not supposed to do that. He can't even take care of his kids. He will watch you do everything because his ego is excess. He already sees you like a slave, like an object who is supposed to serve him. And a lot of African women are on this table. Many of you are married to men who have excess ego. That's why you suffer and you. The day you don't cook, your husband says it's a problem. The day you are tired to cook, he says it's a problem. It's a problem for him to eat out. It's a problem for him to even make indomie when you are tired. Run from such men because they have the tendency of being violent. The day you don't have power to cook, hey, pass those, block your eye, block your face, pass those. They blow your head. Run from them. Another kind of people to run from. You see all these people, especially men that used to play with. I will slap you. I will beat you. I will blow you. See your mouth. Run! These people that used to joke with slap. People that play with violence. People that turn, hey, shut up, ja. Is from dance. It's from clap. Their dance used to start. I will slap you. They have not slapped you. They are still telling you they are doing rehearsal. You know, when you are doing rehearsal, you have not done the main show. You are just practicing what you're going to be. Run for your dear life. Because those people who are saying, I will slap you, they're just waiting for the slightest opportunity to do it. He's not supposed to even joke about domestic violence. I will just slap this your small chick now, may go to her. Hey, now, tiki. Now, that one is baba domestic violence. Because the day they're going to give you the actual slap, it will be murder. What? Murder. Another person to run away from, including men and women, are those who refuse to apologize at every slightest opportunity. They don't want to apologize. Those people that when they offend you, they will just slip into their normal life. They got you angry, you guys had a heated argument, right? And the next day or after 3 days, you'll call you and be asking as if everything is normal. Hello, baby, what's up? Have you eaten? Please, somebody will. You guys are supposed to talk about it. Run from such person. Yes, they are violent people. Yes, anybody that it does not want to communicate, that runs from communication, is a violent person. Trust me. You need to be very, very, very key about that. Because if you notice that most times violence always comes when there's a conversation. You're trying to pass your message, right? That's when they start to beat you. A violent person does not like to talk. They just like to act. They like to impose their opinions on you. That's why they don't talk about it. It simply means they don't even want you to convince them. This is how I want it. This is the way I want it. This is how I want to see it. Do it like that. That's where the violence starts. So when the woman or the man is trying to say, oh, baby, let's do it like this, that's where the anger starts. The fact that I asked you to do, they always want to give you an order, like an army. Do it like this. They don't want to hear what the thing is. That's a violence man. So when they run away from conversation, many men actually run away from conversation because they don't want to beat you. Yes, many men actually do that because they don't want to beat you. So when you see people who run away from conversations, they don't want to talk. They have that tendency of hitting you. So that's why you see that sometimes when you start to talk as a woman, your husband will walk out. He has that tendency to slap you. He doesn't have the patience to listen because he knows that when he continues listening or when he continues talking and there's an argument, he might start to beat you. So you need to be very, very careful of such men who are so opinionated. As in their opinion is, they don't want to hear, they don't want to unlearn. Because the problem is a lot of men already have a narrative. They already have an idea. They already have a way of life, what their mothers and what their fathers taught them. They don't want to learn any other thing again. So anything you want to teach them is a problem. But they forget something. That's what marriage is about. That's what marriage, because if you want to get married and you don't want to learn from your spouses, or you don't want to learn, why marry them? Because the essence of marriage is two people becoming one to learn from each other. Different tribes coming together, you learn from one another. You're not supposed to say, oh, because I'm an Edo man, you want to come and impose your Edo on an Igbo person. No, the reason why an Edo man will marry an Igbo person is to learn both cultures. That's the fun of it. The man will learn Igbo, the woman will learn Edo. It's fun that you're learning something different. But when you're marrying someone to impose your culture on the person, it simply means you just want a slave. Then there's no longer fun in the marriage. That person is violent. Run for your dear life. So ladies, I need you guys to be very, very attentive. A lot of violence that happen in marriages does not just start. There are always signs. And that's why I'm taking my time to make this video, for you to also notice the signs, so that you not say, I did not know, he did not used to beat me before, he just started beating me in the marriage. Oh, I want you to be aware. Pay attention of the people you get married to. These things have signs. They used to clap before they start to dance. Pay attention of the kind of man you marry, of the kind of woman you marry. Stop marrying material things. Stop marrying physical things. By the time they start to blow you in that place right now. And one thing with these violent men is that when they want to apologize to you, they give you perishable things. It's very, very rare before a man come to beg you and buy you house in your name. Like he will either buy you flour, perishable, buy you phone, perishable, buy you car, perishable. They never give you something that is not perishable. They give you something that is perishable because they know they are going to beat you again. They buy you a car because they know that the car is going to have accidents, it's going to grow old, you're going to scratch that car, you're going to want another one. They never give you something that is lasting. They always give you something that is perishable. And the essence of giving you that perishable thing is because they know that they will beat you again. Because anyone that beats you wants to beat you again. So if it's car you want, no problem. Some of you say you want to die inside limousine. R.I.P. But I want, for the women who don't want to die, who are ignorant, please pay attention. These men are beasts. You need to be careful of them. These women too are also demons, because men and women also suffer domestic violence. Yes, men, pay attention. Women, pay attention. Men, once you see a woman holding you on your shirt, run, because she will turn you into an animal that you're not. Because there are a lot of men that don't beat women, that women have turned them to women beaters. Yes, run from such people so that they don't turn you to an animal. You need to run from. So you need to pay attention of all these things, including women. Everything I talked about on this video is both men and women. It's not one-sided. That's the truth. Both men and women, because this attitude I showed you guys, it's both women. Women are, there's some authoritative one that don't want to hear what you have to say too. So pay attention. With this viewpoint of mine, I hope I've been able to pass my message. I hope you stay safe, protect yourself, stay alive. Let me leave you with this. The purpose of running from a domestic violent relationship or marriage or friendship is survival. You need to be alive to tell a story, to teach people survival. When you think of remaining in that place, ask yourself, what about if I die today? Who will tell my story? Please, survive. You have that power. All you need to do is run for your dear life. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to be bringing a lot of relationship talks and marital talks that can change your life. So subscribe. Thank you very, very much for listening. I love you. It's time to take off the wig.